Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. This is Morning Joey. I'm your host, Joey Molinaro. Thanks for waking up with me as always. Hope your day's off to a great start. Got a good show today. Me and you, no guests, just me and you, shooting the shit, having some fun. For those watching on YouTube, per usual, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, thanks for being here as well. Make sure you go back to YouTube, youtube.com/c/cupofjoey. Subscribe afterwards. Got daily content up. I'm here every day. So if you can't catch it on Twitter, you catch it on YouTube and vice versa. Appreciate it as always. The Juju One Last Ride t-shirt is selling off the charts, man. You got to get yours quick. Link to buy is in the description on YouTube below. Cup of Joey mugs, description below as well. You know the deal. We've been doing this for over a month now. This is like show 35 or something like that. You know how it goes. This is what I do every single time. So all the links to buy those things in the description below on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, good morning to you as well. That's all good. I appreciate you being here. But don't forget about YouTube. All right, we're nearing 4,000. We got some good projects coming. Happy doesn't know that Dad's got a show going on, so he's playing with the squeaky toy. Am I going to stop the show? I'm not. We're going to keep it going. See, he knows what's going on. We're starting off early here, nice and hot with Sergio, are the Cubs dead? I'm going to echo what Rossi said. It's early. Okay? I'm going to keep going back to it's early. Today is game 10, I think. Or last night was game 10. We don't have to worry about it being a sprint this year to 60 games. It's gonna even out and it's gonna play, and water will find its level, as they say. So hopefully we get a lot more of the first 4 or 5 games than we have the last 5 games. But hey, you know what? This is a sick hat. All right, I'm gonna rock my Cubs. I'm not leaving, like Dom says. I'm not leaving. I never have my whole life. I'm here till the end. I'm hyped that they're back. I'm ready to watch them play every single day. I'm riding. All right, I'm riding. Look at this freaking chin jawline, man. Everybody always wants to make fun of me. Say I got chubby face and I'm heavy and everything. But not anymore. You guys are coming out firing. This is, Pittsburgh, it's got to be lighter or rocker, right? One of those. Huge gaga. Do I hate St. Louis? I hate the Cardinals. Yeah, I don't mind the town of St. Louis. I think St. Louis is boring, like Chris Bryant said, but you can have some fun there. The best man at my wedding lived in St. Louis for a year or a little over a year, and he enjoyed it. So I don't hate the town of St. Louis. I hate the Cardinals. But, yeah. Does it bother you that Frank Reich went 1-15 as a starting quarterback for the New York Jets? It does not bother me, Riley. I will not lose sleep over that at all. But we got a fun show today. I appreciate you guys coming out firing early in the comments. Just me and you, and shooting the shit, like I said. And I got to start with this fight that I saw on Twitter. Barstool Indy shared it, and if you don't follow Barstool Indy, then you need to. But it's from Mantis, my guy Young Mantis, and he put this video together. And apparently, it was at the Fisher's Fieldhouse. And it's an AAU tournament, and let's just let this play out here.
We're back live here at the Fisher's Fieldhouse here in Indiana, the AAU tournament. Baylor is down 22 to INDI. There was a controversial call on the court. As you can see, the head coach is not happy with the refs. They're still hashing it out. And just like that, we got a tech on Baylor. That'll be their first tech of the game. Oh, they're grabbing their bags. It appears Baylor is packing their bags and going home with 16 seconds left in the first quarter. You don't see that often here. Oh, and the ref is still going out with the team. They are not very happy. Oh, we got a man here filming the referee. As I say these days, video or didn't happen. Well, we'll see it now. And the ref swings. The righty to the lefty. Here comes the dollar 2-on-1 fight. It's a no-holds-barred 3-on-1. The son with the purse around his neck is going at the ref too. And now Dad has a grip on the referee. And oh my God, a slam! John Cena. And now the 4-star athlete is just putting in rounds on the dead zebra. Boys and girls, it is time for the Run It Back Turbo Instant Replay brought to you by Jimmy John's.
All right. So at these AAU, a lot of the characters that I do, especially with baseball, because I played a little bit of AAU basketball, but I was mostly a baseball guy growing up. And there was always that team or two at the tournaments that you just knew were kind of a ticking time bomb. All right. And that's something they were just one bad call away from completely going ballistic and losing their shit. Like when I was 10 or 12 years old, I went to my team played at Cooperstown, at Field of Dreams or Dream Park or whatever the hell it's called. It's awesome, right? I mean, it seriously is. It's like a dream world of baseball for a young kid. But anyways, when you're out there, you stay in these army barracks. So the team and like the coaches, mostly, a handful of dads who are the coaches, they would stay with the team in these barracks for the entirety of the week. So it's just you and your team and the coaches. And this one team, I think they were from Miami or Jacksonville or something, somewhere down in Florida. And they lost in like the second round of the tournament. And they went back and just completely destroyed their barrack. Like just ripped it to shreds, like busted out windows, like just went crazy because they lost in the second round of the 10-year-old baseball tournament. So you just know at each one of these events, each one of these tournaments, there is always that team that's led by the coach that kind of preaches like, hey, we're not going to take shit from nobody, and we're going to have this edgy mentality, even though it's 10-year-olds or fucking 14-year-old basketball or whatever it is. And the entire team takes on that personality, and you just know they're the loudest ones, the chirpiest ones, the ones that are always complaining, and you know that they're one bad call just like this away from doing something dramatic, packing their bags in the first quarter, or in the second inning, and leaving and going and destroying shit. And it's like I make fun of a lot of these parents and a lot of these coaches because it's like, what are you doing? It's AAU basketball that the win and loss doesn't even matter. What matters is, getting the reps, getting the playing time, and you're leaving at the end of the first quarter because of a technical foul call. I just don't want to be one of those parents, man. It's like it terrifies me that eventually one day I'm gonna go from making fun of these kind of people to just becoming one of them. There's always one of those teams. Let's look at it.
Tournament. Baylor is down.
Look at the coach. Okay, I had a buddy one time.
Is down 22 to.
I had a buddy one time that had a girlfriend that was a big clap in the face, girlfriend. So this is reminding me of that right here.
Down 22 to INDI. There was a.
You're in trouble when the clapping goes on point with what they're saying. I'll never forget. We were at Brothers in downtown Indy, and I looked over, and my friend was just getting absolutely bullied by his girlfriend, and she was clapping like in his face. I was like, "You don't understand. I don't want to do this." And this is what this coach is doing right here.
Is down 22.
You can't call a foul when they don't even touch them.
To INDI. There was a controversial call on the court, as you can see.
I love how just no pub is bad pub, right, Pacers? Just the big ass Pacers logo right in the middle of all this.
Head coach is not happy with the refs. They're still hashing it out. And
I love how this guy though, he doesn't even he's not even the one that's in on the argument. He's coming from the bullpen.
Or as you can see, the head coach is not happy with the refs. They're still hashing it out. And just like that, we got an attack on Baylor. That'll be their first attack of the game. Oh, they're grabbing their bags.
Refs wearing shorts. Come on, man. Never had respect for refs wearing shorts. And they always looked like this guy too. They always look like they just got off of, they just got off the clock at GameStop, and now they come into the ball game to pick up a little extra cash.
On Baylor, that'll be their first attack of the game. Oh, they're grabbing their bags. It appears Baylor is packing their bags and going home with 16 seconds left in the first quarter. You don't see that often here. Oh, and the ref is still going out with the team. They are not very happy. Oh, we got a man here filming the referee. As they say these days, video didn't happen. Well, we'll see it now. And the refs.
Look, okay, so the ref sees, right? Like, let's play it back here. In comes the cameraman. He's approaching. And this ref right here, he stays locked in, but out of his peripheral vision, he sees the camera guy coming over, right? He knows that the camera is coming to his face.
Man here.
Same thing right here. He gets close. He's talking with this guy, yada, yada, but he doesn't even know what he's saying to this dude. He has no idea what is coming out of his mouth because all he can think about is how this camera person is right out of his peripheral vision, and he just wants to smack the shit out of him. He's totally blacked out right now and doesn't have any idea what he's saying to this guy or what he's saying to him.
Filming the referee.
Look. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Look, he shrugs his shoulders.
You're filming the referee.
No, that's probably
video didn't happen. Well, we'll see it now.
Bam! Sneak attack.
Well, we'll see it now. And the ref swings. The righty to the whitey. Here comes the dollar 2-on-1 fight. It's a no holds barred 3-on-1. The son with the person around his neck is going at the ref too. And now Dad has a grip.
And he holds his ground pretty good here. For a while I was like, oh, he's just he's a sturdy fella. Of course, wearing shorts as a ref. Have to be sturdy.
At the ref too, and now Dad has a grip on the ref.
And so I'm like, okay, he's not going down. This is good.
Oh my God, a slam!
Dude, and then the guy in the yellow just absolutely, I think he might have gave him a concussion or something. I mean, he completely flips him on his head.
Grip on the referee, and oh my God, a slam! John Cena, and now the 4-star athlete is just putting in.
How about the player just getting in some shots? And no, I'm not talking jump shots.
Star athlete is just putting in rounds on the dead zebra. Boys and girls, it is time for the Running Back Turbo Instant Replay.
This is Young Mantis on the call, by the way. He did that, so shout out to Young Mantis. Barstool Indy, they picked it up. Follow Barstool Indy, follow Young Mantis.
By Jimmy Johns. As you see, the referee is going to slap.
Went with the slap, too. Now slap the camera out. Okay, so I think what he did, what this ref was thinking is kind of like in baseball, the pitcher when somebody charges the mound. My pitching coach always used to tell me, look, if someone charges the mound at you, which, in middle school baseball and high school baseball, that was not going to happen. But he played in the minors, so he had more experience. He was like, if somebody charges the mound, take your glove off. Nonchalantly kind of take your glove off. And when they get close, throw your glove at them so they have to, kind of get out of the way and then go after them. So I think that's what this ref is doing. He goes to smack the camera so the dude is kind of startled by it and maybe reaches for his camera, and then he's going to go after him.
Up the father from the stands,
yep.
And then the father hits the whitey with the righty.
The dude in the yellow really bounced back well.
How quickly the man in the neon switches his phone from.
He just let that thing go and bounced right back with the right hook.
Hits the man with the right hook. And just when the referee thought he was full, here comes a second helping from the neon man. The body slam by the neon man is just something you cannot find in any WrestleMania.
Dude, he really definitely look at this. His neck is at an acute angle here.
The body slam by the neon man is just something you cannot find in any wrestling.
Right there. That is his head. And those are his feet.
WrestleMania. But what really stole the show was when the 4-star crew threw not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 haymakers to the dead corpse. Well, we'll see you next week. Thank you to Jim.
Oh, look at it. Look how it just clears out, and the next team comes out for layup lines. That's AAU basketball, man. Clear it out. Had a fight on court 3. Go on. Get the layup lines going. The next coach is pissed. He's like, why aren't you guys out there yet? Let's go. Let's get a 3-man weave going. Doesn't give a shit about what just happened. The Pacers logo, man, just right there. I just love this part, though, right? The dude has
with the team, they are not very happy.
Has known that camera is there for 3 minutes.
Man, you're filming the referee.
Dude, the shrug, he acts like he's so in tune to what that coach is saying.
You're filming the referee, as they say these days.
Yeah, I don't really know what we should do. I'm just trying to keep it clean out here. I'm just trying to do my job, and everybody's, wanting to freak out. And you go, boom!
Video didn't happen. Well, we'll see it now. And the ref swings.
Oh, man. AAU hoops, man. People are crazy. People are crazy. Yeah. This is really Indy AAU. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Cooperstown. Yeah, dude. That was Mantis. Yeah, like I said. That was followed Barstool Indy. They put that out, and then they're putting out great shit anyways. And then that was Young Mantis who did the voiceover for it. So my guy, good shit. Johnny, this is like the D-League version of the Malice of the Palace. Yeah, pretty much. But I feel like that's just, at the end where people were just kind of walking away, that's just so commonplace at AAU tournaments that they're just they see it going down and then people at the court over are just kind of huh. Yeah. Probably don't want to say too much to them. if we play them. So people are wild with how intense they get about like 15-year-old sports. It's crazy. All right, let's get a little triple shot. Why don't we? It's been a little bit. 3 stories, three quick stories to get you in the know on a Tuesday. First shot. So, I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny that, Ben, the character Johnson, and then the shots from Johnson and Johnson. It's too good. Yeah, it's too good to be true. But the Johnson & Johnson vaccination has been halted for blood clot fears, but there's a big asterisk next to that because there's only 6 cases of that out of 6.8 million shots that have been put out. So, pretty important stat on the back end of there. 6 out of 6.8 million. I'm no mathematician. My professor in college always used to say, there's a reason why you're a communication major. And it's like, yeah, because the joke is that we're not that smart and we couldn't do math, which was right. You all right? You okay? What's wrong? You okay? Sorry, Happy just had a moment, when you're sleeping and you kind of like either like you stop breathing or like you choke on some saliva or something and you're like, you just kind of had one of those moments. Maybe that doesn't happen to everybody. It happens to me every now and then. We got some sleep apnea going on or something. But anyways, so Johnson & Johnson vaccination halted right now for blood clot fears. So I just scheduled to get mine on Thursday. I was supposed to, and I guess that's not happening anymore. But the big asterisk on the back end of that, like I said, and not everybody run and freak out and text everybody that they know and put it on Facebook that the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. I mean, 6 cases out of 6.8 million. It's a lot of shots, few cases. All right, I'm just keeping you in the know. All right. Part of Morning Joey is I'm going to entertain you. We're going to laugh about the AAU basketball fight that we just saw and make fun of that shit. But then also, that's a pretty important news item, So I got to get you out there in case you're just waking up, like you're waking up with me, like the idea of it. And you're like, oh, I heard this, later tonight, you can be out to dinner. You can be like, did you hear about Johnson & Johnson? And then they're like, what? You talking about Ben Polizzi? And you're like, no, I'm talking about the vaccination shot. I'm Morning Joey. He filled me in on it. So there you go. Pump shot number 2. I guess I'm on The Voice, apparently. This was sent to me about 3 million times last night. The Voice on NBC. Congrats to Joey Molinaro on making it in The Voice. Tags Barstool Sports, too. There was a time where I would get kind of pissed off about these kind of things, not pissed off, but it would just be like one of those, like when you're at a bar and someone's kind of being a smart ass and you're like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, it'd be good. Oh, right. Yeah. No, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of one of those things. But now, I'm just embracing it. Everybody's got their lookalikes for me. It's basically anybody with just like kind of flatter long hair and glasses. It is what it is, I like the way I look. I'm cool with it. I love my hair. I like my glasses. I think my jawline's getting a lot better. Haven't had a drink for almost 2.5 weeks. Working out every day, feeling good. Had taken Happy for long walks, So I think I'm eliminating chubby face. I got glasses and I got long hair. All right, that's fine. It's part of who I am. It's for last year now. It's like part of my brand. I can't just cut my hair now. I like my hair. And so if you want to keep sending these kind of photos to me, I say we make it like a Where in the World is SVP? With Scott Van Pelt, where he has that segment on his show where people just take pictures of anybody who's bald and has glasses or doesn't have glasses. And I was like, oh, is this you? Hey, I saw you here. Let's just do that. I'm going to embrace it. You know why? Because I'm happy with myself. So it doesn't matter if you guys want to make fun of me. Let's make fun of me together. And I'll laugh with you, and I'll show my wife, and I'll send it to my family group text, and then it'll be ha, 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 and it'll all be good. So let's just do it. Keep sending them to me, If that's me on The Voice, that's cool. I wish I had a good voice. I think I could have a decent voice like that. I have like a good enough, I could fake it enough to where like I couldn't be on The Voice, obviously, but I could sing in the church choir. I can make that happen. Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble. I can go high too, dude. That's fine. Yeah, I had a lot of people, hey, nice job on The Voice. Good job on The Voice. I can't believe you made it on The Voice. That's great. That's cool. Because I'm not, a year ago me, I would have taken it personally. Now, I'm just having fun with it. I get it. It's all good. Because I got a wife that thinks I'm handsome, and that's all that matters. If you guys think that I'm an ugly schmuck, then, what can I do about it? I got my wife and I got my mom. And they're going to tell me that I'm handsome. So, plus I'm working hard, man. All right? Like I said, I haven't been boozing. I'm losing the boozing weight. And I'm working out every day. I'm drinking a lot of water and a lot of coffee, and I'm just burning through that. I mean, part of me is like, hey, honey, go get some cranberry juice at the store because I might have a bladder infection. But I don't. It's just because I've been drinking so much water and so much coffee. So, this is like a good-looking face. It's like kind of little Robin Williams-esque there. I think Robbie tagged me in a photo on Saturday of somebody who was sitting in front of him at WrestleMania. I'm like, you got to give me at least some. Like, the only thing that I say is like my hair looks a lot better than that. Like I got some serious flow going on. All right, like this is like got some waves and got some like life to it and everything, and is like full. And it looks good, So if you're gonna do this, if we're gonna do the Where in the World is Joey, in place of SVP, if you're gonna do it, at least send me something that has somebody that has good looking hair, that the hair looks full and alive. That's all I'm asking. All right, because I can keep going. I'm down. We'll make it happen. I'm cool. Anyways. What's going on? Whenever I don't talk like this, I'm reading through you guys' comments because I like to include you, and I like to, if something pops up that we can talk about, and I want you to feel like your comments just go to nothing. So, yeah. Oh, that's what it is. The palate flip. Yeah, that's probably what it was for him because now he's sleeping. He's sleeping with Daddy. He's just right at my feet. He's like, "Shut up, dude." It's so funny at night. He, if we don't turn the light off. And like when he's ready to go to bed, he'll just stick half his body under the bed to where it's dark. And he'll be like, fuck you guys. I'm going to bed. You turn the light off whenever, but hey, I'm going into the dark here under here. No, Johnny, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, it used to be like, hey, yeah, okay, whatever. You think I'm ugly? That's not funny, blah, blah, blah. But now, I like it. I'm down. I'm growing. All right. This is all part of it. I'm growing. You're growing with me. All right. Jack says mullet and arrow would be electric. Damn. I don't know, man. That's kind of Dana Beer's territory. I don't know if I want to, step on his toes there. Also, I just don't know if my family and my lady would allow me to have a mullet. But people confuse it as a mullet anyway. Like it's definitely not, you know what I mean? Like it's just long and goes down my back, but it's not a mullet. I mean, it's just as long. It's just as long up front as it is in the back. So like Caliendo called it a mullet and different people call it a mullet, but it's not. It's just long hair. Let's see. Happy sleeping. Yeah, Zach, every now and then. Like her and my mom, like, will kind of be like, don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's kind of time? And I'm like, maybe. I don't know, but I just know I would instantly regret it. I know that. I've had dreams about it where I've cut my hair and I'm pissed in my dream and I wake up and I'm like, oh, thank God. Because this has been a year and a half in the making, man. And like, I always, when I was in grade school and high school and college, I had each phase. I had a time where I grew my hair out, and I thought it was long at the time. And I would just wimp out, dude. I'd bitch out, and I wouldn't let it grow all the way like I wanted it to. And I would get it cut, and then I would kind of regret getting it cut. And I was like, man, I'm just never gonna have like that long of hair. And now I've let it grow this long, and I'm almost a year and a half into it, not cutting it, and so I just know I would regret it, man. Plus, like, yeah, exactly. Like Brankster said. Oh, shit. It's your trademark, bro. I keep it all. I got glasses too. Yeah. I mean, exactly. And I have all these hats and everything, and like they don't look as good or as cool. I'm a big hat guy. They don't look as good or as cool when I have short hair. And then I'm just like everybody else, all my friends, God love them. That's cool. That's what they want to do. But they all got just like the short buzz cut, like, nice little comb over going on. I just want to change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Keep everybody on their toes. So every now and then they, my mom a lot, she's kind of just like, it's just time. It's too long. It's just time. I think it's time. But like, sorry, Mom. Hey, Johnny, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're here every day, 9 to 10 a.m. We have fun. We got guests. We break down AAU fights, different shit. So I'm here with you every morning. I made the promise to you, and I'm committed to it. I voice for your morning. Wake up with me. Let's have a good time. Appreciate it. From Jack, no, I really can't. I have like the facial hair and like I have the scruff and everything like that, but my hair is just too light. Like blonde wise, and so it always, and it's too like patchy, like it doesn't all come in nice big full hair like Andrew Luck or anything like that. Like it's just kind of patchy and splotchy. So I don't know. I guess I'm not man enough. It's weird how guys take so much pride in their facial hair like that. It's like, oh, you're more manly if you can't grow a beard. While they're clicking the tongs on their grill. No, I can't. Third shot, real quick. Steph Curry passed Wilt Chamberlain for all-time leading scorer in Warriors franchise history. So that's pretty wild. Watch some history with Steph Curry there. And it's just so annoying because that all those stupid ass bullshit shows that are on, from like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. today, the sports ones, all they're going to do is like, is Steph Curry a transcendent player? Is Steph Curry a generational player? Steph Curry versus Wilt Chamberlain. 3-pointer makes the difference? Does Steph Curry's record mean the same because of the 3-point line? It's like, man, how I know that they get paid a ton of money, but how does somebody like Rob Parker or Max Kellerman get up in the morning, or Skip Bayless, and be like, yeah, I'm excited to be a total douchebag? Like, Rob Parker is just licking his chops right now to go on the herd today and go off about how Steph Curry is not a generational player. Like, this is the same guy that is going to talk about how Tom Brady, I forget what his phrase that he has for him. It's not the greatest of all time. I think he calls him the LOAT, like the luckiest of all time, LOAT instead of the GOAT. It's like, dude, you're okay. These arguments are so childish. It's like when you're 12 years old, and I'm about to get into worst situations to be in as a kid at a friend's house. I did a blog about it yesterday. You should go check it out. I'm going to break that down more fully. It's like when you're a kid and you're having a buddy over, or like you're with a group of buddies and you're like 11 years old and you're playing a game, and that's just like their go-to. It's just like, I'm so lucky. Dude, you're not even good. I'm so lucky. You can't even play. You're just lucky. Like, that's what Rob Parker does on national television about a quarterback who's won more Super Bowls himself than any team in the NFL's history. and he gets paid upwards of six figures, I'm sure. But you know what? I'm probably feeding into the beast here. I'm part of the problem right now. But I just can't get over how that continues to be a thing. And Skip Bayless did the same thing with the Jalen Suggs Gonzaga shot. I know what the bit is. I know what they're doing. My issue and my point with it being, how does someone lay their head on their pillow at night and say, yeah, this is fulfilling? And then wake up the next morning and say, yep, I feel good about doing this. I don't know. Maybe I like, again, my brain is not wired that way. You know, I want to be liked. You know, it's like Michael Scott, you know. I don't need to be liked. I want to be liked. I thrive on being liked. It's kind of like that, you know. It's like I just don't get how somebody can thrive so much on just being hated so much. You know, maybe that's a downfall of mine. I don't know. But those guys who do that and who are going to go on there and talk about Steph Curry today, I mean, please. Not like when you're finding somebody who looks like me, who doesn't look like me, and you want to have a joke about it. Also, you know, when you're sending me those, also be looking today for those shows. I'm not going to call them by name because I'm not going to give them the airtime. But those shows, you know which ones I'm talking about. They're going to have those segments with a little play on words down low talking about Steph Curry and whether or not he's a transcendent player. Send me the photos, please, because you know that they're coming. You know they're coming. But congrats to Steph Curry, man. I like Steph Curry. You know, hell of a player. Kind of, changed the game. I don't really like. He kind of gets a bad rep on his shoes. I don't know if that's still going on, but I mean, hey, he's actually got shoes. So a lot of people don't have their own shoe. All right, let's get into worst situations to be in as a kid at a friend's house. And now I did a blog on this yesterday. It's still up. It's doing well on barstoolsports.com. And I tweeted it out. I put it on my Instagram story. You should go check it out. But I tweeted about yesterday, there's nothing worse than like being at a friend's house, or no bigger challenge than being at a friend's house and trying to figure out how to use their remote. Because every time that I went to a buddy's house, no matter what the situation would be, whether they were asleep, whether, like for some reason, it happened to me a handful of times where like you would go to somebody's house and like you would be there, you'd get there, it was like summertime, right? And so you get there like kind of during the day, but you'd be spending the night, but they had baseball practice at like 5:00 that night. And so like, they were like, well, you can either come with or you can just kind of stay and hang here. And you're like, I'll just like stay and hang, you don't want to go out and be hot and just like sit there. So you like stay at the house while the parents take your buddy to baseball practice. And then it's like, there's 6 remotes. All of them have different inputs. The power button, you have to press like 3 buttons on them to get the TV to fucking work. Then when that happens, like, is it menu or is it guide or is it search to try to get the channel to where you want to, go and look through all the channels? Every time, dude. And then when you would be going to sleep, if there was, this is what I led off the blog with, if you'd be going to sleep and it was like 3 a.m. and everybody else at the sleepover is passed out already, and you try to find the remote and you can't find the remote, but then once you do find the remote, again, it's like, do I press TV off? Do I press system off? Do I just press the power button? You press the power button, but then like it doesn't turn the TV off. It just turns the cable off. So then it's just a blue screen. It's like, what? Why can we not just have the old school like universal remote on, off, volume up, volume down, move the channel, maybe an input if you want to watch a VCR? I mean, these TV, manufacturers just make it so fucking difficult for everybody. So I did a blog about it because I got some pretty good feedback of like people having different things that they didn't like doing at those places. And one of the first ones, where is it here? Here we go. One of the first ones I said was clogging the toilet, right? And this isn't just for when you're a kid, because you clog the toilet at any situation, at anybody's place, at any given time in your life. That's a problem. That's a situation you don't want to be in. Okay, it's like Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller. But when you're a kid and you're at your friend's house, you know, the plunger is kind of intimidating. You don't want to get toilet shitty poopy water everywhere. So you don't want to go in there and do it yourself. Maybe they don't even have the plunger in there, but you don't want to ask for the plunger because then that's awkward. So then you kind of just got to tell your buddy, and then your buddy's like, Mom, Joey clogged up the toilet again. And you're like, dude, why do you have to make it a scene, man? And of course the mom is like, you know, a little pissed because she's got to clean up shit for a 12-year-old, but at the same time, she's like kind of trying to be nice about it and everything. Oh, it's okay. It happens. It happens all the time at this house. You know, and the dad is like sitting at the dinner table, of course, because he's the last one at the dinner table. And he's like, yep, I'm not too far after you. And you're like, God, dude, this is a nightmare. Okay, I'm sorry. I really had to shit, and I didn't think it was going to be that big, and I'm sorry. But on the flip side, when you take a big dump and you're worried a little bit that it's not going to go down, and then it kind of the water starts to rise, and you're like, shit, oh my god, it's going to overflow. What the hell? But then it goes down, you know, and it starts to go down, and you get that relief of, whew, it just flushes away. Wow. Let's go play some PlayStation, dude. Let's go play some PlayStation, Timmy. Oh, shit. All right, what's the next one? Worst situations to be at your friend's house when you're growing up. When your friend bullies their sibling. You know, the little brother hanging around is not that big of a deal, all right? The friends don't care as much as you do. They honestly probably liked it a lot better because it's like endearing, you know, like the kid wants to hang out with us, so they look up to us, right? You can kind of give them shit, but not too much, right? There's a line. But there's always, you know, the friend would always take it too far, man, and he would body slam the kid. He would body slam his little brother like 2 or 3 times, and then of course you know that it's going to be bad after one of the body slams when it goes quiet and the kid's just like. And then you're like, oh, God, here we go. And the kid fucking runs down the stairs, and you can hear him screaming to the mom. And mom, what happened? What happened? And then the mom's like, Nick! It's all over. It's all over from there, man. Either the parent comes up or, you know, and then they're yelling at your friend while you're just sitting there and you're like, in your head, you're like, should I have done more? I don't, you know, should I have stepped in? Is this my fault? Am I accountable as well? It's awkward because then your friend and then the mom is ripping the kid and she's like, wait till your father gets home. And you're like, oh, fuck, here we go. Round 2. So then the dad gets home and, you know, the dad is like classic, you know, fucking I Love Lucy dad, and he's coming home, he's got his briefcase, and he sets it down, and he's undoing his tie, and he looks into the fridge, and then the mom's just like, do you know what your son did to your youngest son? And the dad's just like, what happened? And then he's undoing his tie, and then here we go, round 2 again. Like, just give him shit, but don't, like, hurt him. That's, you know, it's like everybody's having fun until somebody gets hurt, the old saying, and it's always the little brother. Yeah, man. Worst situations to be in at a friend's house growing up when you're like way too loud at 2 a.m. and the parents are just pissed, you know, like you're playing a video game and you scream too loud because you get too pissed at Mario Kart, or Like you're just being slap happy and you're some dumb game that you like invented, you know, and like you're throwing a ball against the wall. You're like playing wall ball in the basement for some reason. Hey guys, you know what'd be a good idea? What? Let's throw this ball up against the wall as loud as we can at 2 a.m. That won't get mom and dad mad. Fucking hear the basement door open. You guys need to lay down and quiet down. Go lay down for a second, hoping that they don't come down, you know? Shuts the door. Oh my God, dude, fucking slap happy again. Then 30 minutes later, you're like, I'm hungry. I want to go. Let's go to the fridge, man. No, dude, my mom's mad. Like, she just got mad at us. She's pissed. She's going to tell my dad, dude. And then, yeah, and you're like, no, we need to go. And he's like, fine. Because it's always the friend's house that had like the stacked pantry in the garage with the fridge that had just like unlimited soda, then like the mini, you know, sodas, and then like the fucking awesome mini Gatorades that came in flavors that you didn't even know existed. So you're like, I need to go get me some of those, man. We don't have those in my house. And you go up there and you know, your friend, for whatever reason, in the house that you're staying at, your friend doesn't go with you. He like sends you and the other buddy. He's like, just go, just be quiet. You go up there, and then you and your friend are fucking dicking around, you know, you're just being slap happy and everything. And then like you know what I mean? Like you're like trying to like open, you open up the pantry and like a box of Pop-Tarts falls out and lands on the floor. So loud, dude. The dog starts to bark and everything. You're like, you don't know what to do. You know, if you should just like sprint back down to the basement or what. So you kind of like wait and you pick them up. And then all of a sudden you get scared as hell because the dad comes around the corner and he's just in his whitey tighties and like a t-shirt and his hair's all fucked up. What are we doing? You know what time it is? Get back down there. I don't care. Get back downstairs. Dad's so pissed, man. Friday night, been a long week at work. He just wants some peace and quiet and to like pop open a couple of beers and watch, you know, fucking Cheers or something like that. And he comes home and there's 3, 12-year-old boys, and his wife's like, they just, like, you want them to come over, then yeah. And he's just so mad. Poor dad, man. Shit. It's like the Dave meme that I did, you know, when he walks in the Chicago office. What are you doing? What are these guys doing? What are you doing? And you're just like, oh, shit. This is so fun, man. I love this blog. I love you guys. This is great. Worst situations to be caught at, or worst situations to be at a friend's house growing up, getting caught sneaking out. Yeah, and it was never the like reward was never worth the risk. You know, you get these ideas built up in your head that you're going to sneak out and it's going to be like the most incredible thing ever, and like you're going to get to hang with girls and like, you know, maybe you'll make out a little bit or something when you're like 12 or 13 years old. And never happens. Girls always back out, you know, their alarm or whatever is always going down. Or you're just like, you just want to be out there, you know. It's like such a weird psychology behind like young kids. Like they're not supposed to be out there. So that of course makes us want to be out there. So you're trying to sneak out and everything. Maybe you do get out for a little bit, and you know, then all of a sudden you hear, "Hey!" And you look, and it's the fucking dad again, and his whitey tighties, and he's outside of the door, and you're like, shit. You have to fucking sprint back. Just got a nice text from my buddy. That was good. Yeah, so you have to run back and everything. And then the mom and the dad are in the living room and they're giving you the chat, you know what I mean? Like the dad has his arms crossed and the mom's like, we're just really disappointed. I just don't know what to do about this. And you're like, fuck. She's like, I just didn't expect it from you boys. You're here all the time. You're like family, but I just didn't expect it from you boys. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do about this. You're like, fuck. Just don't call my parents, please. Like, you can punish, like, I'll go run sprints outside. I'll go run laps. I'll fucking clean up your bathroom. You know? No more wall ball in the house. Just don't tell my parents, please. And then like you're so nervous for the next day, man, when your parents come to pick you up and you know that like they're going to come up and say hi to the parents, you know, cuz your mom and dad are nice and they're trying to be cordial. You know, they're coming up to say hi. They're like, fuck. Like, let's just make this quick. Hopefully, you know, hey, all right, yeah, how were they? You're just hoping that the mom is like, you know, they were a little rowdy, but, you know, good. And if they did that, you're like, wow, right on, Mrs. Wilson, thanks. You're a real one. But if it was one of those where, how were they? And the mom's like, well, and then your mom looks at you and she's like, go out to the car. Because she knows. So then you're out in the car and you're like, well, my life's over for 2 weeks. She comes back out. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you soon. All right. Bye-bye. Just turns to you so pissed, man. Worst situations to be at a friend's house growing up, wanting to leave in the middle of the night. You know, because and this is very, you know, old man at the crowd yelling at the old man at the crowd. The fuck am I talking? Old man yelling at the clouds type of thing. But, you know, kids today and kids of the last 5 years, they don't know, man. Put my docket check. They don't know. Because they've had tablets and they've had iPads and they've had phones and whatever the fuck it is from the time they're 9 years old, to where if they wanted to leave in the middle of the night, just fucking call mommy or shoot over a text and you make it happen. You could get out of the house without the family even knowing. You just wake up your buddy, have a sleep, and you're like, hey, I didn't feel good. I'm going home. He's like, okay. In my day, dude, you had to make a whole scene out of it. Like you had to either wake up your friend and be like, hey man, I don't feel good. I think I need to go home. I'm sick. And then he would have to go wake up his parents, or your buddy's like, just go tell my mom. You're like, what? You want me to go knock on your parents' door? Are you insane? But you want to leave, so you're like, all right. So you go up to the parents' room. And the mom, of course, dad is zonked, snoring, has no idea what's going on, doesn't get up on time. Mom fucking gets up like she's going to fight a fire. What's going on? What's that? Mrs. Wilson, I don't feel good. I think I need to go home. Oh, okay. Do you want to call your mom? Yeah. I have to put on such an act, you know? But the mom knows it's bullshit. She's like, all right. Like, I know you just want to go home. It's all right. Tommy's not around. You don't have to lie. Like, you just want to go home. It's okay. We tried to make it work. Didn't work. Lasted half the night. It's fine. But you have that kind of, you know, she gets you like a cold, wet rag, you know, to kind of keep the act going. You put it on your neck. You're like, yeah. I don't know if I get us some water. But you're not even like, you feel fine. You just want to go home. And then your mom sends your dad to pick you up. Your dad's kind of, you know, he's like glad that you're okay, but he's kind of like, what did I tell you? If you don't want to go over there, you don't go over there. You scared your mother to death. It's like, dude, mom knows. Mom knows that I am just homesick. Like, why is she scared? Yeah, man. When you're a kid, that would be dead silent in the whispers, and it's like so loud and you're laughing. Just everything is so funny. Everything was so damn funny for no reason. Another one that my wife brought up to me that I didn't put on the list that I should have, that I thought was really good, is when one of the worst situations being at a friend's house is like when the mom, like when they don't order out, you know, they don't like get pizza when you're staying over or whatever the hell it is. Like they need, the mom makes a meal. It's always a hit or miss. You knew which houses, you know, like had the moms that could cook and the moms that couldn't, or dads. But like, you know, when they would eat in, and when they would eat in, and it'd be like, oh fuck, veggie casserole. I don't like that shit. But you don't want to be rude, you know, because like they're feeding you, so you don't want to be a little asshole. It's like, I actually don't like that. You know, you don't want to make the mom like make you fucking grilled cheese or something while everybody else is eating veggie casserole because it's like a family staple. And you're like, or even if it's like something that is like supposed to be good, you know, maybe she like makes spaghetti and it's just really shitty spaghetti. You kind of have to, you know, oh, you didn't really touch yours. Oh yeah, I ate before. But when you're 11, like you don't think about that. You're just like, I don't, you don't know what the fuck to say because you're 11. So that's a good one. I didn't put that on there, but that is a sticky situation. It's not as bad because there's not like direct like punishment or you know what I mean? Like it's just uncomfortable. You know, there's not like a direct correlation of like, oh, that shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm in trouble or like this is a bad situation. It's just like, oh, this is a tough spot to be in. What do I do? Do I make up an excuse? Do I just like tough through it and, you know, down like 4 mini Dr. Peppers while I'm eating it so it like washes it down? I don't know. Luckily I had, I lucked out pretty good when I was a kid with people like parents who could cook. Or if they couldn't cook, then like my buddy would just be like, Mom, we want Papa John's. And she'd be like, okay. So we get Papa John's and it was cool. My family never, like my parents, they didn't really like to feed, like if they had to feed my buddies, they would for like lunch and dinner, but they like didn't really want to because it was expensive. They were just like the masters of, you know, going to Long's or like a local bakery. You know, people in Indy know Long's, but like a local bakery, you know, where you can get like 2 dozen boxes of donuts for like $8. My dad would fucking get up at the crack of dawn and go, and you know, we'd wake up to like 3 white boxes of donuts. So you'd be like, yep, $10. And all of us would just chow down on some donuts. See, they were thinking smart, you know. I'm not going to order a bunch of pizzas and expensive shit for dinner. I'll just have them, you know, be hungry in the morning, and I'll spend again like $11 on a shit ton of donuts, and they'll be happy in the morning. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Well, you know, this is a perfect example of what this show is. All right. So when we don't have interviews, we just bullshit around about fun, silly stuff. And I hope you enjoyed it. So hopefully the Cubs aren't dead. Going back to the top of the show, I got my awesome new Cubs hat, and they'll figure it out. You know, I got faith. I'm riding. I'm not leaving. I hope you don't either. But yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. For those watching on Twitter, go over to youtube.com/c/cupofjoey. Subscribe to the channel there. New daily content going on. I love you too. The Last Dare. I appreciate you watching. I'll be waking up with you every single morning, 9 to 10 a.m. Daily content on my YouTube channel. Of course, you can follow me at Joey Molinaro on all socials as well. All the links to buy all the merch that you need, Cup of Joey merch, Juju One Last Ride, 3 E's, Energy, Effort, Intensity, Coach Burns, all below. And I appreciate you guys as always. So have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow live at 9.